Hey y'all, it's the Jed. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I think the only way I can begin this video is with an apology. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I am sorry that I have not posted any content in such a long time. I think it's been about 6 months. But I'm back and I want to tell you a little bit about what's been going on. I kind of reached a point where I didn't know what to say, and I still don't know exactly what to say, so I apologize if this is rambling, but I have this inner conflict. I really feel the need to entertain and to inform, and I love the idea of the Jed Rides. I'm on one of my favorite roads to ride, by the way, but I pulled over because I felt like now is the time to re-engage. Yeah, I feel this really deep, strong desire to entertain and to engage and to inform. At the same time, I absolutely hate the idea of insincerity. I hate the idea of being a show off, of being a know-it-all, of being less than genuine. And I started to feel like some of the content I was producing was just to get something up on the channel. And it takes a long time to produce this stuff. It takes a long time to edit it. By no means am I making money on this channel. In fact, I spend way more than the meager ad revenue that the Jed Rides brings in. However, I really love it when I love it. Anyway, it wasn't fair to y'all to just disappear. And by the way, thank you to several of y'all who actually reached out just to make sure things were okay. I really appreciate that. Anyway, um, going forward, I'm just gonna be me. And so some of y'all, I think, like me and will be pleased, and maybe some of y'all won't. But anyway, let's get reacquainted. And if you're new to the channel and you're just stopping by today, well, congrats, you're hitting us on sort of a rebirth of content. Big change that I'm going to share with y'all, and rather than just draw it out or try to come up with something clever, I'm just going to get back on the bike and do what I think I do best, which is share a stream of consciousness while I'm in the saddle. So here we go. Surprise, y'all! I'm back in the saddle, and that is not the RT, and that is not the FXR. That is a 2023 Harley Davidson Road Glide ST in white sand pearl. Fear not if you are a fan of the RT or a fan of the FXR. Neither of them are going anywhere, at least not anytime soon. They're both home in the garage. But I felt this bike calling. It's kind of funny too, because when I reviewed the Harley Davidson Lowrider ST, I joked that it was the only Harley in the line, the only new Harley in the lineup that I could see myself owning. But I said that my wife would kill me first. I then demoed one of these. I didn't record it, and I was just really impressed with it and just drawn to it. And I had an opportunity and I took it. Hey y'all, let me interrupt our regularly scheduled programming and I'll give y'all a little walk around on this bike. There she is, all 95 inches of her and like 842 pounds of her. But as big and long as it is, it's let's call her a she. She's only got a 26-inch rake, and so she's pretty darn maneuverable. And Of course, a really low center of gravity. It's a 19-inch wheel in the front and an 18-inch in the back. Just over 26 inches of seat height. And if I didn't already mention it, this color is white sand pearl. These are Harley branded Brembo brakes in the front and rear. They are not radial mounted. This is a conventional fork. It's not inverted. I believe there are 49 millimeter forks in there. Really cool kind of throwback Harley Davidson logo. Very simple. I don't know if the light will pick it up here, but that's a bronze color on that logo, on that font. And you can see it's got bronze accents on the rockers and on the air intake and down at the points cover. Bronze rims as well. Here's that fixed shark nose fairing, twin LEDs, but the turn signals and running lights are incandescent bulbs. I may change that out just for visibility. All blacked out, you can see on the forks. Here's the ugly side. And as I mentioned, the only thing I've done to it is change the seat for a saddleman seat with a really nice high step up there in the back that really cradles you nicely, as torquey as this thing is. There's the cockpit. Let me flip this on, actually. Better turn it down so we don't get flagged for copyright. That's just the stereo mode, but if you hit this I for info, it gives you a nice digital dash where you have access to all kinds of information, including your tire pressure, which is nice. I guess if I hit that, there's my tire pressure, and it'll adjust that in real time, I believe. I've seen people inflate their tires and see that change on the screen as they're doing it, which is a really nice feature if it actually does that. And then it combines that with these analog gauges. So there's your speedo and tach, your voltmeter, and your fuel gauge. And then just a gas cap there on the right side of the tank, which is nice. It's a big 6-gallon tank, and I'm getting great fuel mileage so far. I believe claimed fuel mileage is 41 to the gallon, and I'm at least getting that. And then from the rear, you've got this very traditional Harley bagger look. And then there's that 117 cubic inch Milwaukee 8 engine. So it was an impulsive decision, and my wife is not happy about it, truth be told, but she tolerated it, and she loves me anyway, and so I'm pretty grateful. I'm also talking to you inside a new helmet. This is a Schuberth C5, which is Schuberth's newest modular helmet. I also have a little bit of a change in the setup of my recording gear. I'm using the same camera. It's a GoPro Hero 8 that I've had forever. I did not get a chance to mount my camera on the handlebars today, but I'll work on that. But I'm using a different mic on this, and I hope y'all can hear me okay. It's just a little flexible boom mic they sell that plugs into the GoPro, and it's, I don't know, it's only probably 7 or 8 inches long, and I can just kind of bend it under the chin guard and right up into place. It may be rubbing on the side of my face, I don't know. So if it is, y'all may be hearing some annoying sounds, and I apologize. I'll work on it if that's the case. Anyway, lots of newness on the channel, and I'm super excited. I promise I'm not going to end BMW content, and I'm not going to stop demoing as many different kinds of bikes as I can. That guy just nearly bit it. He nearly bit it for both of us. But so far so good on this Road Glide ST. If you don't already know what this is, it's the Harley Davidson touring bike in Road Glide form, and that means it's got this fixed, what they call shark nose fairing, as opposed to the Street Glide that has what they call the bat wing fairing that mounts to the handlebars, so it moves with the handlebars. And then this is the ST variant of the Road Glide, and what that means is in in Harley's world, this is a sport touring bike. Now, I think with fuel, it weighs like 900 pounds, so take sport touring with a grain of salt. However, for a Harley, I guess it is relatively sporty, and how it gets there is it's got the Milwaukee 8 engine that they all have now, but the displacement is 117 cubic inches. So it's bigger than the other Road Glide variants. I guess there's 2 other engine configurations you can currently get in a Road Glide. You can get a 114 in something like the Road Glide S, or I guess a Limited, although a Limited may have a 117 now. And you can get a 107 in just a base model Road Glide. So this 117 is also in the Street Glide ST, and it's in the Lowrider ST, which is the one that I demoed on the channel. I'll throw a link up for that. Performance-wise, this motor is pretty special, and I can't push it right now because I'm still in the break-in miles. I've got 288 miles on this. I need to put 500 more on it before I'm supposed to rev past 3,500 RPM. But there's plenty of fun on this bike below 3,500 RPM. I think you're probably at full torque and maybe full horsepower by then anyway. I don't think Harley actually publishes the horsepower spec on this, but my guess is it's right around 100 or 105 horsepower. I feel like I've heard that. And torque is, gosh, I'll throw the exact number up on the screen, so don't quote me on this one, but I think it's around 115 or 120, maybe even 125 foot-pounds of torque. And that torque just comes on very low in the curve, and so this thing is really snappy. I have a seat with a nice high step to it, and I really do, when I snap this throttle, it snaps me back into that seat. It feels awesome. This thing is a big old beast, but it's now got what Harley calls RDRS, which is their version of lean sensitive ABS and lean sensitive traction control. And you got some other stuff with that, like hill hold and tire pressure sensor monitors that you don't get without that RDRS. Just for your knowledge, the way you know if a Harley is equipped with RDRS is this button by my left thumb. It's the top outermost button here on the left controls. It's got a little TC in it for traction control. This bike is really nicely equipped. It's got built-in navigation. It's got a really nice stereo that will Bluetooth to your phone. I really enjoy these analog gauges, believe it or not. They're just super clear and easy to read. And they're up and out in front, so you don't have to turn your gaze downward toward the tank like you do on a lot of Harleys that have the speedo mounted right on the tank. It's a really pretty bike as well. This is, again, white sand pearl. You get your choice of two colors, white sand pearl or black. And I think the white sand pearl costs a little bit more. Last year, in 2022, they made it in a battleship gray or gunship gray. I don't remember what they call it, but it's that gray color that a lot of manufacturers have been using in recent years. So yeah, you had black or gray last year. What do I have in front of me? I have, oh, Park Ranger. And then this is got sort of the blacked out engine treatment, blacked out, where a lot of Harleys would be chrome. This is black. So that's the bike. Now, I don't know. It would be very easy to say I'm going through a midlife crisis and I don't need all these motorcycles. Well, I definitely don't need them all. And maybe there's some truth to that. I'm over 50 years old, and you know, all of a sudden my mortality is front and center in a way that it definitely was not when I was a younger person, or even, you know, just a few years ago. I've lost both my parents, and I think that has affected the way I contemplate my life and my death. And I'm fortunate enough that I can own nice motorcycles and nice things, and not compromise my family or my family's financial stability, at least so long as the banks don't fail and the stock market doesn't crash and one of these crazy world leaders doesn't do something stupid. And so I am enjoying some material things in a way that I didn't at earlier points in my life. I say that because I want to be honest about it. I'm a little, you know, there's a piece of me, look at that hawk. There's a piece of me that is a little embarrassed to have all of a sudden such nice motorcycles. But I'm not making an excuse for it. I just want you to know where I'm coming from. And I don't own them just to own a pretty thing. My mental health has become dependent to a degree on riding. And I get so much out of this
that makes me, I think, a more stable and a more pleasant person to be around. Yeah. There's a lot of crap that goes with owning a Harley. If you're looking at it from the BMW side of things, and if you're not laughing at me so hard that you're still listening, it is expensive to own one of these, even compared to a BMW, which is a bit shocking. Harley has a way of getting you hooked into spending money to upgrade your bike, whether through them or through third-party manufacturers. I've already replaced the seat on this, which happens on a lot of motorcycles, but I don't know, for whatever reason, the BMW stock seats do me pretty well. And then, like everything, there are some great guys that ride Harleys, and there's some douchey guys that ride Harleys, and I try to hang out with the great ones. And most, you know, I've met a lot of really great guys and girls who ride and own FXRs, and a lot of them have a bag or two. And I hope I'll meet some cool folks who ride baggers. In fact, one of my BMW buddies, who rides a GSA, when he saw my bike, ended up getting one of these just a few days ago when we're going to ride together tomorrow. He got a Road Glide S in a really cool two-tone paint scheme. And I'm hoping before too long he and I can get out with the cameras and do a nice back-to-back comparison of the Lowrider S and the Lowrider ST. I'm on PCH, it's windy down here, so this sound may be really annoying, and if so, I apologize. Wow. It is a really pretty day, finally, in Los Angeles. We have had unprecedented rain, which has been a godsend. Look at all those surfers out there. I don't know. I'm not seeing the waves, boys and girls, but we've had all this rain, which has recharged all of our water supply. There's the famous Neptune's Net, by the way. So that's been great, but it's made it really hard to ride. My bike is filthy today just from the couple of canyons I've been through this morning, because there's still water everywhere up there in the canyons, and this thing just gets filthy. That's the other thing about owning a Harley, is all of a sudden you want to keep your bike clean. I think I went 6 months between washing the RT. But I've already washed this thing twice since I've had it. I've only had it a week, and I know I'm going to wash it today. So listen, a final apology for the hiatus. Nobody waved. And another thank you for sticking with me and for joining today. I hope wherever you are, you're having a great day, and I will see you back here again really soon. If, by the way, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please, or consider it. If you are new to the channel and you like what you're hearing, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. That's it for now. Bye.